Okay, this is basically gonna be like my everyday makeup routine, and I'm breaking out so bad right now, but we don't need to talk about that. But first I take the Benefit Professional primer, and I'll just put that heal, and then just rub it in. Okay, so then after I prime, I go onto my foundation, and I mix the Makeup Forever Ultra HD. Wow, I just completely missed the camera. And I'm in shade Y235, if you wanted to know for some reason. And I usually do like half, or like, I don't know, 3/4 of the pump. Oh fuck, I dropped the cap. And then I use the 24-Hour Infallible Pro Glow by L'Oreal in shade 203, and I'll put in just like, I don't know, it's probably about half and half at the end. I use the Morphe M439 buffing brush to mix that on the back of my hand and then go into my face. Okay, and so then after I put my foundation on, I will go in with, I have this Clinique Charlie stick, which is like a sculpting contour thing. I don't know, I just take this and I put it just right along the cheekbone like this, up here, and then on the edge, and then I'll swoop up, and then down a little bit here on accident, but we'll pretend that was on purpose. I'm gonna take the exact same buffing brush I use for my foundation. And then once all of that is blended in, I will take my Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer, and I'm in shade L9 Neutral, because I like to highlight with this. It's obviously like way light, but like that's how I like it. So I'll just put it right under my eyes, on my chin. I'm like almost out of it, I need a new one. And then I also like to go in like around the edges of my nose. For my concealer, I take just the Real Techniques beauty sponge, and I just bounce it in. Anytime I do concealer on camera, I feel like it's so light that it like gets overexposed so quickly. I don't know. I'm gonna take my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. I'm just gonna set my entire face with this stuff. It's a huge Morphe G0 brush, I believe. Yeah, I was right. I just set my entire face with it. Okay, so now that my face is set and whatever, I like to move on to my eyebrows. I feel like without my eyebrows done, I just look unfinished. So I like to do that right at the beginning, so I know I'm not looking like crazy throughout this. Okay, I basically did the rest of my brows off camera because I don't know, I'm better at it when nobody's watching, and it's just unnecessary, like everybody does their eyebrows, you know? So now that that's done, I like to move on to my eyeshadow, and I'm pretty sure I used this in my last makeup video, but I just used a Tartelette in Bloom, is it the clay one? Yeah, Amazonian clay palette. Every single day, I do something a bit different, but like most days, I like to just go with like a more neutrally pink look. So I'm gonna use just the white shade in the palette, which is called Charmer, just to like set my eyes. Cause I already have like concealer over them, and I already like set them a bit with the powder, like the translucent powder I used. Okay, so then now that I've used Charmer, which is the white, like I said right here, I usually go in with Flower Child and Smarty Pants, which is these two right here. This Morphe brush. Put this like in my crease as like my transition. And then I'm probably just gonna take Smarty Pants, which is the darker of the two shades, and just with a smaller Morphe brush and just apply that to my crease a little bit lower once again. If I'm feeling it, I will go in with like more shadows and like the pinks and everything, but sometimes I leave it like this. So I'm probably just gonna go in with Sweetheart and Rebel and deepen my crease even more with those two pinky shades and put it on my lid a bit. Usually go in with Funny Girl, which is this shade right here from this palette, and just put it all over my lid, mainly like the middle to the inner, but sometimes just like all over. And then I'm going to take this Morphe M491 brush and just blend that all together, make sure there's no harsh lines with the glitter and the other shades. I used to use the Tarte, it was like a Tarte double-ended eyeliner. I used to use that all the time, but I lost it and I'm so upset about that, but it's whatever. I'll get a new one soon. But then I'm just gonna take Rebel again and just put that under my eyes a bit. So it's like, oh shoot, that was really dark. Shoot. And that's it, guys. That's my finish make. No, I'm just kidding. I put way too much on. I think the brush already had some on it, and then I went in again without thinking. So I'm just gonna blend that out. So that's a lot more shadow than I'll normally do, but I like messed up, so I'm just gonna go with it. And then I'm gonna go back in with the same brush I used to apply the Funny Girl. I'm gonna apply it again right in the inner lower lash line. I do take this Tarte Inner Rim Liner pencil, and I will just obviously do my waterline with this. This spooks me, and I'm like, okay, that always spooks me when I don't know. Okay, so after the eyes are done, I'm gonna go back in with my Morphe G0 brush and the Benefit Hoola bronzer, and I'm just gonna bronze up my cheekbones and my forehead a little bit. And I like to use this really big brush because I like to be like bronzy and like dark. I'm just gonna take another little brush, don't know the name of it. And now that I bronzed, I'm gonna go in with the Anastasia contour kit in light to medium. And usually when I contour with this, I go 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 1, 1. I don't know why, that's just how I always do it. So I'm just gonna sculpt out my cheekbones. And after I contoured, sometimes I'll just put the Rose Spritz blush on from the Becca Jaclyn Hill face palette. It's just a Becca blush, and I think it's really pretty, but I don't know. I already put it on, and I don't feel like pretending I didn't and doing it again. So whatever, we'll just pretend I did that. So then I like to take this Becca What's Up and put it on the high points of my cheekbones, my nose, and the top of my lip for a highlight. And then over top of that, I'm gonna go in with my Becca face palette and use Champagne Pop. I take my Sephora Pro Fan number 65 brush, and I dip that into Champagne Pop, and I just go crazy. After that, I take my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector, just this little one. It's in Pearl, and I like to put little dots in the corner of my eyes with this. And then sometimes I'll highlight my brow bone, but I don't think that's necessary today. Now that I'm done with this, I'm gonna go in with my Benefit Roller Lash Mascara, and I'm gonna top that with my They're Real mascara. I'm gonna do this off camera, and I'll be right back. That is all I really do for like my everyday makeup look. I don't really put lipstick on like an everyday basis. Like, it's only on special occasions, and even then I usually don't. But like, I don't know, this is basically what I look like every single day, like at school, no matter what I'm doing. Yeah, subscribe for more, like, rate, and subscribe. Unless you're gonna thumbs it down, then just don't do that.